Good morning. My name is Jacob Ovadia, and we will be studying Hilkhot Talmud Torah, Perek Bet, the second chapter. And this chapter basically outlines the Jewish education system and curriculum that was standard during the times of the Mishnah, Talmud, Geonim throughout. And unfortunately, recently, the study of specifically Tanakh has not been emphasized as it was for thousands of years. And it's something that we should be conscious of, the fact that the Mishnah states, Ben Hamesh Lamikra, that children would have mastery of Tanakh and fluency of Tanakh at the age of 5, begin fluency in their study of Tanakh at the age of 5, and they would master it within a few years. And the importance of Tanakh was something extremely, extremely important for Chachamim and for our sages. And it would studying Tanakh and being fluent in it would wire a person's mind in a certain way, so that in every situation that an individual would face, he would associate that situation with a person or a pasuk in Tanakh. I can tell from old members of the Syrian community that were a part of this curriculum that they are fluent in Tanakh, in the recitation of the written law. And anytime they're faced with anything or any situation in their lives, they automatically associate it with a pasuk in Tanakh. Halacha Aleph. We establish teachers of young children in every city and every region. And any city that does not have school children that learn at their master, we excommunicate or distance ourselves from the people in that city. Until they establish a teacher for school children. In Perek Zayin of Hilkhot Talmud Torah, we will speak about exactly what Herem entails and what Nidui is. And if they did not establish a teacher, and if they did not establish a teacher for school children, we actually destroy the city, as the world does not go round and does not continue to exist, rather by the exhale of the mouths of the young school children that would study at their master. And it's extremely clear just from this halacha how seriously the Jewish people take education, especially education for children, and especially education of Tanakh. Halacha Bet. מכניסים את התינוקות להתלמד כבן 6 כבן 7. We bring and gather the students to study at the teacher at around 6 or 7. לפי כוח הבן ובעניין גופו, according to the strength and mental strength of the child, and according to his physical state. However, younger than 6 years old, he is not brought in or gathered in to study. And the teacher would strike the children, and in order to impose on them fear. And this was, again, traditionally a way for school teachers to discipline children. And the purpose of this fear is not in order to fear the teacher. Rather, it was to instill upon the children a reverence towards the Torah. However, when he strikes his students, he is prohibited to strike them a type of strike that he would strike an enemy. Musar akhzari, or a strike that causes pain. Lefikach, therefore, lo yakeh otan beshotim, he is prohibited from striking them with a whip. Velo b'maklot, and he is not allowed to strike them with sticks. Ella birtzu'a ketana, rather with a small strap. And again, the purpose of this was to instill a type of reverence of his children towards the Torah, and for them to have that in mind when they would study. It would bring this idea of having reverence towards the Torah is something, again, that was extremely important for the Chachamim. Halacha Gimel. V'yoshev umlamedan kol hayom kulo umiktzat min halayla. And he would study and they would sit and study all day, and they would study a little bit into the night. Kedei lechanechan lilmod bayom uvalayla, in order to educate them to study in the day and at night. As we learned from Perek Aleph of Hilkhot Talmud Torah, it is an obligation for every Jew to study Torah both in the day and at night, as the pasuk says, "V'shochbecha u'kumecha," when you get up and when you lie down. And the students should never waste time and not be practicing. Except for the eves of Shabbat and the eves of the holidays at the end of the day, in order for them to get ready. And additionally to the eves of Yom Tov, to the holidays, also the actual holidays themselves. Aval Shabbat and Korin L'Chatehillah. Aval Shonin Larishona. However, on Shabbat, the students would not learn something new, and they would only repeat something that they had already studied. In order for the students not to feel a burden of learning something new on Shabbat, they would not learn something on Shabbat. And this is extremely important. This, again, another demonstration of how important and serious we take education. The students would not waste any time or be doing anything else except for studying, even in order to build the Bet HaMikdash. Halacha Daled. מלמד תינוקות שהוא מניח את התינוקות ויוצא, או שהוא עושה מלאכה אחרת עמהן, או שהוא מתרשל בתלמודן. If there's the case of a teacher that would leave the students and he would exit and he would leave them alone, or if he would do an additional trade while he was teaching them, or if he would teach with mistakes. He is included in those which the pasuk, the verse, was stated about them. Cursed be the person who does the craft of God in a dishonest way. לפיכך, אין ראוי להושיב מלמד, אלא בעל יראה, מהיר לקרות ולדקדק. Therefore, it is only proper to establish a teacher unless he is somebody that has yir'ah, has reverence, obviously reverence towards God and towards the Torah. He is quick to read and to be precise as he reads. And again, this individual obviously serves for the time being as a role model for the students. And the students would learn a great deal from his behavior. So if this individual had Yirat Shamayim, the students would imitate that and would learn from him. Halacha, we're still in halacha dalet. ומי שאין לו אישה, לא ילמד תינוקות, מפני אמותיהן שהן באין אצל בניהן. An individual that is single and is not married should not teach students because of the mothers that would come and pick up the children from him. וכן אישה לא תלמד תינוקות מפני אבותיהן שהן באין אצל הבנים. And a single woman should not teach students because of the fathers that would come to pick up their sons. And just to point out, how many issues would we save just from being as careful as this halakha teaches us? This halakha teaches us to stay far away from any issues in terms of putting an individual in a certain situation that he may act in a way that may bring about an avera or a transgression. The emphasis on staying away and being as careful as we can in every situation, in every way of our life is something we should try and emulate. Halacha he 25 תינוקות למדים אצל מלמד אחד. For every one teacher, there would be 25 students or children. היו יותר על 25 עד 40. מושיבין עמו אחר לסייעו בלימודן. If they were between 25 to 40, we establish another individual in order to help in the students' learning. היו יותר על 40. If there were more than 40, מעמידין להן שני מלמדי תינוקות. We established 2 teachers for them. הלכה ו' מוליכין את הקטן ממלמד למלמד אחר שהוא מהיר ממנו בין במקרא בין בדקדוק. We move and bring the student to a teacher and to another teacher until he is faster than him and can read more fluently than him, both in mikra, in actual recitation of the written law, and in the preciseness of the reading. במה דברים אמורים? שיהיו שניהם בעיר אחת, ולא היה הנהר מפסיק ביניהם. When do we say that we have to move a student to the faster teacher? When both of the teachers are in the same city and there wasn't a river separating the 2 teachers. אבל מעיר לעיר, או מצד נהר לצידו, אפילו באותה העיר, but from one city to city, or if there was a river separating the 2 teachers, even in the same city, and מוליכין את הקטן, we do not take the youngster there, אלא אם כן היה בניין בריא על גבי הנהר, בניין שאינו רפוי ליפול במהרה, unless there is a strong bridge on the river, and it's a bridge and a structure that won't fall quickly. הלכה ז' אחד מביני מבוי שביקש להעשות מלמד. If there was one person in the same area that wanted to become a teacher, אפילו אחד מביני חצרו, even if it was somebody from the same courtyard, אין יכולין שכניו למחות בידו. His neighbors are not allowed to protest or object his desire in order to become a teacher. The teacher would not have a monopoly over that city, for example. וכן מלמד תינוקות שבא חברו ופתח בית ללמד תינוקות בצידו, כדי שיבואו תינוקות אחרים לו, או שיבואו מתינוקות של הזה אצל זה. And additionally, if an individual opened a school for children next to his friend's school in order for students to come to him as well, or even in order for students to leave his friend's school to come to his. He is not allowed to object um, and complain that he's taking away his students. Adonai hafetz leman tzidko yagdil Torah v'adir. As the pasuk states, God desires his righteousness. God desires people that do righteousness in order for his righteousness. Yagdil Torah v'adir. In which way? In the way that Torah becomes greater. And this is just a small example of how Judaism views the world, in the sense that we do believe that if there's one teacher that feels that he can do a better job than another teacher, there's nothing wrong with that competition. And it seems from this halakha that the competition will push both teachers to improve and would bring out the best out of each individual teacher. And each teacher is not, and the teacher that has the first school is not allowed to object if someone wants to open up a school next door to him, despite the fact that he might take away students. It will drive him to become better and to improve and to do the best that he can. Tomorrow we'll study Perek Shelishi Be'ezrat Hashem.